My first question is, I have my own business and I love what I do, and I love helping women to feel beautiful with what I do. But where I'm really wanting to be, in knowing how massive my escrow is, I want to understand how to get a healthy balance between what I'm doing now with my kids and my business and wanting more than anything to be an actress and where my soul really wants to go. I want to know how I can...
Well, did you hear us earlier when we were talking about how everything that you've been living, which has caused your asking, do you believe us when we say it's all in there?
Yes.
So when you ask questions like, how do I find the balance? We want to say, just get in there where the balance is. Well, that's really worth thinking about, isn't it?
Yes.
So what we're saying is, so as you're exploring the details of life, and again for a long, long time, you've been putting forth that intention to be an actress, to be well paid, to be well known, to be an uplifter. In other words, you've put that in there again and again. There's enough of that in there to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. In other words, that's in there. And then you're working doing other things that you don't like as much, so you don't want to do that, you want to do more of that. And then you get overextended and you don't have enough time for yourself or maybe for your children, so you want more time for yourself, more time for them, more balance in your experience. So you're putting all of those things in there. So when we say it's all in there, the balance that you want is all in there because you've been putting it there incrementally. Now all you have to do is figure out how to get in there too. And here's the key. It's so simple and yet so big, and you'll hear it easily. You just got to stop doing that thing you do that keeps you from going in there. And you know what that is? Noticing you're not in there. In other words, if you could make peace with where you are. Now, this is really interesting. Sometimes we'll tell someone, make peace with where you are. And a woman said to us one day, Abraham, I don't think you want my lover to ever come to me. I think you just want me to make peace with where I am. And we say, yes, because when you do, he'll come. In other words, you have to stop the resistance, because that's the only thing that's keeping you from being in there where everything you want is in balance. You didn't put stuff in there and it's all out of balance. Your vibrational reality doesn't have tons of money and fame and fortune and bad parenting skills. You didn't put any bad parenting skills in there. You didn't put dependent children or despondent children. You didn't put bad mother in there. You only put the things you want in there. That's what's being tended by the source within you. So you just got to figure out how to get in there. But as Esther has been discovering recently, getting in there is about softening what's going on out here. And that's where making peace, that's what giving in, that's what letting go, making peace with where you are. So what you do is you look at the things that are working in your life and you talk about how well you're doing. Talk about what a good delegator you are, and talk about how many people are making their way to you. Talk about how many more things you're doing today than you were doing not very long ago, and how you're managing to handle them all. Talk about the things that are working. Talk about the people that you know are coming that are going to make it easier, and talk about how you know that over there it's all figured out. And talk about how you know it's not your job to figure out how and where and when and who. It's just your job. We hear your beeper. It was just your job to put it in there, and it is in there, and now it's just your job to sort of chill out. When we say make peace with where you are, we mean make peace in your vibration. We don't mean look at not enough money and say, oh, I'll settle for that. We don't mean look at a house that's disorganized. We're not talking about yours. Well, maybe a little. And
I try.
And make peace with that. We're talking about making peace, meaning making energy peace. We're talking about finding a way from where you stand to feel better, because you see, you can't pick yourself up and march yourself into a manifestation. Law of attraction is doing the amassing. All you can do, we're going to say this in a stronger way, you have no control over anything other than your vibration. And when you understand that controlling your vibration is controlling the way you feel, which is focusing your thoughts, which is trying to make the best of it, which is looking for a reason to feel better, then what happens is you bring yourself into alignment with who you are. Good time for a segment of refreshment.
Thank you.
We are complete.